Okay, while the donkeys complain and the pigs have their breakfast, I thought it was high time to do a check-in on our random pumpkins and gourds. So really fascinating. And, you know, I've told the story before, right? These things have shown up on their own. We don't cultivate them. We don't plant them. But last year was the first year they showed up. And my memories, you know, how Facebook and everybody gives you memories, came up from last year. And last year, on the day of this recording, we had actual fruit already. So we were looking at not blossoms and big plants, but actual like hand-sized fruit, of which we have none yet this year. We have a couple of blossoms with balls on the bottom that look like maybe this plant. I don't know what happened to this plant. It got blown over or something. So, you know, we've got a couple of blossoms that are starting, but there's no full-on growth yet. And yet last year at this time, this exact day, we had actual fruit. So again, I'll ask all you experts, is it because these plants are a year more mature and because they've come back and like last year they were way too early? It felt like they were way too early, right? I mean, I had pumpkins up on our fence posts in August. So maybe last year, which was the first year they arrived, they were far too early, and this year they're self-adjusting. I don't know. For the record, we do absolutely nothing for these plants. If nature waters them, like today, we're going to get rain, and we've got a beautiful wind. I really don't know why this one's decided it's going to take a right-hand turn, but it is. So, you know, if it rains, they get watered. If it doesn't rain, they don't. If the pigs trample through them, so be it. This growth here is not from pigs trampling through it, though. This is just strange growth. There's something it wants in that direction, because every stem, every stalk is not bent. It's actually growing that way, you know, and I would normally see that. Again, I'm not a plant person. I look at plants and they die typically. But I do know, you know, that house plants will reach toward the window or the sun and they will kind of turn themselves. So that is what it appears this is doing, except that none of the other plants are doing it. So why that one? No idea. The leaves are getting nice and big, but based again on kind of what happened last year, we're almost a full month behind. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's because we don't have as many. Last year, this entire pasture end to end was filled, which was so much fun because we had no idea what it was. This year, we know what it is. And certainly at this point, it looks like we have one nicely established one here. We have a late one coming up here. I'm not sure, but that may be another one really late coming up. So we'll call it 3. I also think this is a late one coming up. So that's 4. Then we have our bent over guy is 5. And this big cluster here is 6. Now, I didn't count how many individual plants we had last year because they were all so tight to each other. They were just, again, this whole pasture was carpeted. The pigs walked through and you couldn't see them because the leaves were taller than the pigs. It was pretty funny. So we don't have the same level of growth, and we certainly don't have the same timeline as last year. I have no idea what that means. I just assume it's something that nature has decided is better for the plants. Again, I don't know why this guy has decided he's trying to make it a break for it, I guess. This one is definitely sending out vines. Like it's trying to take over some space, right? It's sending out, it's got little feelers, the scouts, it's sending out its scouts. It's kind of grown a branch this way, but this is all from one grouping, one clump. And again, no fruit yet, just blooms, which people have told me are edible, but I love y'all and I trust you all and I believe you, but I'm not trying them. They're growing up in a pig pasture, and no. So, you know, the blooms are pretty, though. I do enjoy seeing the bright yellow, yellowish orange, I guess. Marigold, maybe. Coloration. There's so many blooms coming up. So we are going to get some fruit, I think. And just like last year, the pigs aren't interested. They're not touching it. We're getting some nice winds, though. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in and do a quick update here because the last time we looked at them, one, we didn't have the bent over plant. He came out of nowhere and, like I said, is trying to make an escape, I guess. Two, we have a couple of new ones coming up, and we've had some significant growth in the last, like, say, week or so since we checked in. Meanwhile, our pasture next door that we let go as wild as possible, right? So this is, I mean, here's the fence line. They're touching each other. Completely different growth pattern, completely different plants, completely different weeds. Yes, they're weeds. I know. We do that on purpose. And who knows? I can't answer it. I don't know why we got different things 1 inch from each other, but we do. And really, they never cross the fence line, which is so bizarre to me. Like those, look at the grasses. The grasses will go straight up. And no, the pigs are not pulling up the grasses. But the grasses will go straight up to the fence line. They can clearly stick some stems and stalks through, but never does that type of grass make it into the pig pasture. And again, it's not because the pigs are pulling it out and eating it. It just doesn't make the change. Now, it could be because of the way the pigs have fertilized the pasture. It could be a lot of different reasons. I'm sure there are reasons. I just find it fascinating. And since I know nothing about plants whatsoever, who knows? We've got this giant weed here. And yes, again, I'm well aware it's a weed. It's probably some terrible weed. But I love the fact that it's going on, I don't know, 6 feet tall. And random, just random. And by the way, if you've made it this far, guys, the next time you're driving around anywhere that's slightly rural, you know, not a suburb, not a residential neighborhood, but just, you know, whether it's got a little bit of a grassy area or a little bit of woods or anything else, look at the top of the street signs. I can't tell you how many times I have found a stop sign, and I'll look at it for a second while I'm coming to my full stop, yes, and there's grass growing out of the top of it. Nature will take over wherever it can if you just give it a chance. So that's my mission for you. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed it before, or if now that I've mentioned it, you find something and you notice it. Look at your street signs, the tops. It's the weirdest thing. There's no dirt up there. There's no soil up there, right? Like there's nothing for something to grow in, but yet somehow there's clumps of grass growing out of the top of them. Always. Well, at least around here. So like I said, not in a residential neighborhood, certainly not in a city. Look around if you're ever in the, I'm going to call it the light suburbs, right? You don't have to be in the country. You don't have to be rural. You don't have to be out in the middle of nowhere. Just somewhere where there's a little bit more greenery than normal and less manicured greenery. How about we say that? Somewhere where there's less manicured greenery and more wild greenery. All right. I think the pigs are still working on breakfast. Okay. That's another fallacy as I walk out of the stall and wrap this one up. They're not eating like pigs, which is the saying here, right? They don't scarf it down. They just calmly have their breakfast. I mean, these bowls have been out now for over 10 minutes. And yes, they'll push each other around. They switch bowls. But one bowl is still almost full. The other one is still got plenty of stuff in it. Those all tell me some things. Why it tells me that they're not starving, number one. But number two, it's just another reinforcement that pigs are fabulous animals. They're smart. They're clean. They're big. And sometimes they're too smart for their own good. But they most certainly are not, to coin a phrase, pigs about their life. They don't eat like pigs. They don't make their stall a pigsty. So pigs are not pigs, I'm telling you. And I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.